What's your favorite scary movie? Hey, man.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Well, I'm Pennywise the Dancing now.
We're gonna get you.
Oh, not on the beat!
God, don't do that.
But sometimes death is better.
Hey everybody, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we got an update on Final Destination 6. I literally have not talked about this movie since 2020. That is how long it has been until I've been able to do an update on this film, so I'm very excited to get into this. Before I do that though, I'm gonna need y'all to like this video, subscribe, leave me a comment down below what you're thinking on Final Destination 6, and support me on Patreon if you can. The link for that will be in the description below. Also check out my socials, follow me there, that'd be pretty sick. But you don't care about any of that realistically, you care about Final Destination 6. Let's get into this. So, like I was saying, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk about this. There really has been little to no updates on the film except for the fact that there was rumors of a new installment being in development. Well, now we have a lot more news about the film. Two really big things here is that Jon Watts, the director of Spider-Man No Way Home, will serve as a producer on this film and likely have some kind of creative control, which is a big deal. I'm all about this because Jon Watts made my absolutely the top tier, absolute best Marvel movie of all time, in my opinion, which is Spider-Man No Way Home. I just love that film. It's my favorite superhero movie now. It blew me away. I love Spider-Man, if you can't tell from this guy right here and this guy right here. I absolutely love Spider-Man. My favorite superhero, the Sam Raimi trilogy, are some of my, like, I hold those films near and dear to my heart. I love those films so much. I grew up with them, the nostalgia of those. So great. And now the cat's out of the bag. Tobey's in the MCU, baby. So, like, the fact that Spider-Man 2002 is, like, the first MCU movie now, it's awesome. I love it. I don't love all of the MCU movies, but the Spider-Man ones, I do. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that, because I could talk about Spider-Man in the MCU all day and how it's had its ups and downs, but what I want to get out of this is that I love Jon Watts as a director. I think he's going to do great by the Final Destination franchise. I would love to see what he brings to a horror movie, opposed to, like, superheroes, because he was the director of Clown, which I saw that a long time ago, and that's phenomenal. An Eli Roth produced picture there, very similar to his style, like to Eli Roth's style. That's what I noticed going into that film. I was recommended it when I was going through this Eli Roth kick. I remember I watched The Green Inferno and, like, Cabin Fever. I was kind of watching those movies, and I was looking for more stuff like that, and I found more movies that Eli Roth had produced, and one of them was Clown. Blew my mind. Like, one of the most terrifying clown movies I've ever seen in my life. It's just called Clown. Check it out. Jon Watts directed it. Phenomenal movie. Really, really scary, and kind of takes the whole idea of, like, clown shit, but makes it all totally different. So, very excited to see what he brings to the Final Destination franchise for sure. He, like I said, clearly the guy can do horror. I've seen The Clown before, loved that. He directed Spider-Man No Way Home, also phenomenal, like one of my favorite superhero movies. The other big thing about this film is that it's going straight to HBO Max. That specifically they're producing it for HBO Max, which I know can be controversial, especially because, like, for example, with the last Paranormal Activity movie, when there was news that it was going straight to Paramount Plus, it wasn't getting a theatrical release, people were getting kind of worried. People were thinking, okay, this movie's maybe gonna suck. Maybe that's why it's going straight to streaming. But I feel like nowadays, that whole stereotype has been debunked. There has been so many great films that have been going straight to streaming platforms that don't get theatrical releases that are phenomenal. And honestly, I would include the new Paranormal Activity among those releases. I'm leaning more so towards another found footage movie that came out recently, VHS 94, because that was maybe my favorite. It was my favorite horror film of 2021. VHS 94 is a phenomenal film. If you have not seen that, or if you don't like found footage, it doesn't matter. VHS 94 is phenomenal. Make sure to check that out. This is the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel is a stan account for VHS 94, so make sure to check that out for sure. Great movie right there. But what I guess the point I'm trying to make though is that a lot of these people who are worried about a film going straight to streaming and that would somehow make it horrible, I feel like that's all debunked. That is all stuff that we don't even have to worry about anymore. That's just that's a myth at this point. There are some great things that go straight to streaming that don't have any theatrical releases. I wouldn't let that deter you from how you think the quality of this film is going to be. Because honestly, with this news of who's attached to this project, we have the same producers as all of the other films coming back as well, who those names are Craig Perry and Sheila Hannah Taylor, are coming back. Sheila Hanahan Taylor, not Hannah. Sheila Hanahan Taylor. That is a really awesome name. Got to say that. But they're coming onto this film as well. They clearly have faith in it. Jeffrey Reddick has even tweeted something today. He retweeted the Bloody Disgusting article I'm using for this video and said, "Hey, Final Destination 6 news. Check this out." So I have faith in this movie. I have no reason to not be excited for it. That's a big thing. I feel like that's a big thing. If you take anything away from this video, John Watts has some kind of creative control over this. He's a producer. That's awesome. And just because it's going to HBO Max doesn't mean it's gonna suck. Does not mean that at all. So don't be worried. Don't you fret now, my friends, because some brutal kills are in our future, and it's $15.99 on HBO Max, because wow, that is a lot of money for a streaming service. Jesus. I mean, look, HBO Max is one of the better ones out there, but yikes, I pay that every month, and I'm not a fan of that at all. But what do you guys think about a new Final Destination film? Personally, Final Destination 5 is my absolute favorite. I actually think that's probably an unpopular opinion. I love that film. I love the twist. I love the kills. They're a little CGI for my taste, but for the most part, I think they're pretty cool. They even feature one in this Bloody Disgusting article, my favorite one of the entire movie, where it's the girl, she's like doing all the acrobat stuff, and then she just like messes up something and breaks her entire back. I'll probably put it up on screen because it's disgusting. I'll have to blur it out, but it's pretty gross. It's awesome. It's a great kill. Final Destination 5 is my favorite. If you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it for you, but it has one of my favorite twist endings of all time to a movie. Like, it got me. It got me. I did not see that coming at all. Like, there are little tiny indicators. There's like 2 little tiny indicators throughout the film that could lead you to believe that this thing could be happening, and it does. It's like, what? Oh my God, it's amazing. I love the ending of that film. Phenomenal. Absolutely one of my favorites. Thank you all so much for watching this new Final Destination update. Like I said, are you guys excited for a new Final Destination? Do you maybe feel like we don't need another one? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please leave me something so I can reply to it and have friends to talk horror movies with, because otherwise I don't have friends to talk horror movies with. So there you go. Leave me a comment down below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe. I do a bunch of different horror movie updates on like a whole bunch of weird shit on this channel, so make sure to do that. I'm about to talk about an A24 movie that's coming out. So if you're interested in that, A24 horror, I'm talking about that. There's a new one that was recently announced, and we're getting a trailer for it tomorrow, so make sure to check that video out when it drops. Follow me on all my socials, like I said, and if you can, support me on Patreon. It really helps this channel stay alive and from the grave, so it doesn't have to be undead. That was, jeez, that was a bad joke right there. Subscribe, do all that BS. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.